Well, welcome back, office executives. In this particular problem set scenario, we'll be taking the help of ChatGPT, and this is example 6 in my playlist for ChatGPT with Excel. So here I am working with this data set. Now I want that in the designation field, no value other than this set of values can be entered by the user. So the set of values would be OE, then technical, followed by linesman, followed by clerk, and finally HR. So no value other than this set of values can be entered in the range of cells within the in this range of cells. Now, as I have already mentioned that you need to have a small understanding on rows, columns, and cell referencing, cell range, so that you can work more accurately in ChatGPT. So here this set of values I want to create a drop down list. So the keyword or the token or the token prompt which I will be feeding into ChatGPT with this particular word, that is drop down. So let me just move into ChatGPT and let's delete the earlier prompt which I was working upon, and I'll be doing it from the very beginning. So what I'll be writing into what I'll be writing in ChatGPT is how to restrict user from entering in entering any value other than OE, technical, linesman, clerk, and HR in the cells having heading of designation, and create a drop down list of the given values. Fine. Generate an Excel formula for the same. Let's see. So now ChatGPT is guiding me on how I can work on with my data set. So drop down list in the designation column start from cell C2. So it is assuming that the column with heading designation is column C. But here in my data set, I have the designation in the field D. Fine. So I'll be selecting this particular cell. So instead of C2, I'll be selecting D2. What else has it to offer? Go to data validation, allow select list. So it is asking to go to the data tab and then select data validation. From there allow list and select these values. Fine. So I'll be going to the data tab, then data validation, from there data validation, and from any value it is suggesting to use this option list, and under the source section let me select these values and then hit OK. Now I'll be dragging this value all the way across to the down so that the validation just gets copied to the cells immediately below it. So I cannot enter any value other than these values. Excel will be throwing an error. Now, as I was mentioning that you need to have a small understanding of how Excel works. So this is a drop down list. Whenever I am clicking on this arrow, the values which are appearing, this is a drop down list. So if I had omitted this word, so let me just redefine the prompt. So this time what I'll be doing is that I'll be keeping the prompt the same as it was before in the cells having heading of designation. I'll be omitting this line that I just don't want drop down list. Now let's see what ChatGPT will generate the help for me. So now it has selected designation. So it is saying that OE technical data validation, select the same designation B2 to B100, go to data and it is doing something. In the allow drop down list, in the source box enter list, okay, recommended to how to restrict from enter any value other than we technical agent in the cells having heading of generate an Excel formula for the same. Okay, so it's giving a formula for with enter this formula assuming B2 is the first cell selected. So here in my Excel sheet, if I just make another column and with the same name designation, and in here, so let me redefine the prompt. It is asking B2. So here in my Excel sheet, my designation is in E2. So any value other than in the cells having the heading of designation. So in the designation, heading of designation which is in cell, let me check it out one more time, which is in cell E2, fine, which is in cell E2. Now let's ask ChatGPT again. Fine, okay, so here instead of, so earlier it was generating a formula. If I just go scroll back to the one prompt before, so it was assuming that my designation is in cell B2, but now whenever I am redefining my prompt with more accurate, that is my designation would be in the cell E2, this time it has changed and it is showing E3. So copy, so again there is a problem, this won't be E3, this would be E2. My E1 is in designation, so I should have written this which is in cell E2, not E2, this should have been E1. Anyways, I'll be just editing the formula whenever I'm applying the validation. So here in the designation it is again asking any value to list, and here let me paste it, Control V, and here okay, so let me just paste it in here, Control V, enter. So here I will be using let me copy the formula, okay, so okay, so let me copy the formula, Control C, then I will be going to E3. Here is the cell, data validation from any value to list, and paste in these values, Control V, then hit OK. Okay, so list is not taking in as it is suggested. Okay, so it is so I cannot take the value of list, I have to use from the allow, I have to use custom. So again I was doing some mistake, not list, I would be using the option of custom, and then okay, fine. Now just let me drag all the way across to the down. Now the differences, let me enter GT, it is showing some error, but if I write OE, it will be taking the value OE. What if I write O then E? Okay, so O and E is in small hand letter, it's still working perfectly fine. Clark, maybe Clark O, so it is showing an error. So the differences between these two cells, these two ranges are something like this. This one is a drop down list, so the user can have an idea that what are the values which are allowed in here. But in this cells, in this range of cell, the user won't be having any clue that what are the allowed values. So if there is a column in which it is suggesting, also if I have created a drop down list, if I have entered line span once, then if I just simply write L, the first word of the list, then hit enter, it would automatically take in that value. Excel would just assume that what value I am trying to enter. So this is the two ways so you have to keep in mind about the tokens, how ChatGPT works, and what is the prompt which you are feeding into ChatGPT. So the more accurate, or the more the prompt is, you have to enter a prompt. So I have here enter any value other than these are the designation which is in cell E2, but I have omitted the word drop down. But in my first prompt what I had earlier used, also in the second prompt I didn't write the heading of designation, but the designation is in which column I didn't mention. So whenever I redefined and just wrote it about E2, so designation was in cell E1. Then ChatGPT would have populated the formula with this one should have been E3, it should have been E2. So the more accurate your prompt is, the more uh, easy it would be to use ChatGPT. So here, whenever I'm using this particular keyword drop down, it is breaking down my query and it is tokenizing, and then whenever it is getting this drop down, it is getting an idea in that in Excel there is a feature of drop down, and in this drop down feature can be applied if I just go to data validation tab and from then allow, and if I select this option list, then I can get this particular option of drop down. So that's another example on how to just work on with this data. So I had name, zone, salary, designation, and I had applied a data validation. So in this particular video using ChatGPT, we have also I have also given an example of how to use data validation. So that's all for this particular example, that is example 6. I'll be again posting some other videos in which there will be some other example over how to use ChatGPT with Excel. That's all, guys. Thank you, guys, and happy coding.